What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. Today, what I actually want to talk about is kind of a few things. First, we're going to do a quick little unboxing of some new stuff that I picked up. And then what I want to talk to you guys about is pricing your DJ service. Now, I know there's tons of videos out there about this already, but I want to give you guys my take on it. That's coming up next. Alright, so first we're going to open up these packages real quick. Got a couple Amazon packages. Got this one here. Now, trusty spider co as always. It's the Crane DJ stand. Now, the reason I decided to upgrade is, well, right now I have the Stanton Uber stand, and I'll show you guys that one here in a second. But the reason I upgraded is because that one only sits perfectly flat. You can't tip it at all. And I run into a lot of issues where either I do it or if somebody comes up from behind my booth and they kind of grab on the monitor or bump the monitor, the computer wants to swing back. And it always scares me, so I don't want my computer to flip over. So this one, the part that your laptop sits on is adjustable, so I can tip it down a little bit. That way it makes it a way less chance of my computer tipping over backwards. Alright, so in the package we have a case. Save your cases too, guys. Keep your stands in your cases. Now, I don't have the case to my Uber stand anymore, but that's because it finally ripped out, because I've had that thing for probably pushing 10 years now. Still works great. I love it. But like I said, I really like the fact that this thing, I'll be able to set my computer at an angle. Now here's the stand. I got it in red too, so it matches the rest of my setup. So here's the Crane. Now, what I was saying is what I like about it, I can tip this down so I can have my computer sitting at an angle. Now compare that to the Uber stand, which is awesome, but only sits perfectly flat. I do like the fact that this has a shelf. Now, for me to get the Crane that had the shelf, it was going to be like an extra $40, so I decided to just, not go that route. What I set on here is my external hard drive. So what I'm going to do now is just set my external hard drive inside my mixer case, which not that big a deal. Alright, next package. Chauvet light case. Now this one, I have a couple American DJ cases for my bar cans, but my Slim Part 64s will not fit in those cases. So I need this deeper case. And this holds 4, which I have 4 Slim Part 64s. So should work out perfect. Chauvet DJ light case. Alright, now this last little one is a complete game changer. So I saw this as an add-on item on Amazon. Now, as always, I'll leave the links to all this stuff in the description. But what we have here is some gravity clips. Now, these things, if they hold up, they should be pretty awesome. Now, basically all they are is these. It's genius. Like, why didn't I come up with this? I could be rich. It's literally just a clip that hooks onto your speaker stand, and then you hook your wires into it. So instead of twisting your wires around the stands, which is what I normally do, I just twist around the stands and then I put my scrims on. But the issue with that is every time you spin that sucker around the stand, the cord gets that much shorter. With this, you just clip these on, pull your wire down, hook it in there, boom, you're done. I only got 2 to start out because I wasn't sure how big they were. I didn't know if they were going to fit around like a T-bar or not. but they'll definitely fit on a regular speaker stand. And I'm going to try them on my T-bar, and if they will work, that'll be awesome too, because then I can run all my wires from my lights down the T-bar, hook them into one of these. Alright guys, now on to the meat and potatoes of this vlog. So, like I said, what I want to talk to you guys about today is pricing yourself as a DJ. Now, there's a few things that go into that. There's actually a lot of things that go into that, but I'm going to make a few main points. And the first one of those is going to be the venue, and then the equipment, the time frame, your drive time / travel time, and the type of gig that it is. Now, as far as the venue goes, what I mean by that is if it's a big banquet hall, how much equipment you're going to need to bring. Also into the venue is going to be how many people are going to be there. For a smaller venue, you don't need to bring nearly as much equipment, which actually ties into the equipment section of this. Larger venues, you're going to need more equipment, more speakers, things like that. So that dials into the next thing is equipment. What do you need to bring? Obviously, if you're DJing at a bar that has their own sound system, you're going to price accordingly to the fact that you don't need to bring all your own equipment. That's why a lot of bar gigs might only pay $200 or $300 a night, because all you're bringing sometimes is just your computer and your music. Other times you got to bring, your mixer, your turntables, mixer, CDJs, your controller, and your computer. But most bars have house equipment, so you don't need to bring your own stuff. A lot of the bars that I DJed at, they definitely at least had all their own house sound. All I had to bring in was my mixer, turntables, and my computer. Now, third thing is the time frame. Obviously, if you're only DJing at a bar from 11 to 2 a.m., $300 really isn't that bad. You're making $100 an hour just to DJ for 3 hours, grab your little bit of equipment that you brought, and dip on out. Now, some bars are 10 to 2, or there's some states where the bars are open till 4. There might be different DJ slots. You might only be DJing for a couple hours. That all has to go into account. And then the fourth thing is more towards geared towards mobile DJs. So your drive time, your travel. How far are you gonna have to drive to get to this gig? If the way I do it is, if I have to travel more than an hour, I charge for it. So I'm not gonna tell you exactly what I charge. Basically, I don't charge per mile. I just charge a flat rate. If it's more than an hour away, I charge extra money. It's a smart thing to do. I mean, you're putting wear and tear in your vehicle. You're burning gas. It's your time. If you forget something, you're screwed. So that kind of has to equate into the equation as well. And then, the last thing is the type of gig. Is it a mobile gig? Is it a bar gig? Is it a mobile wedding gig? Is it a mobile just basic event? Is it a corporate party, or is it just if it's an actual wedding? Obviously, you're gonna have to charge more. Weddings, just the industry as a whole, is with weddings, they cost more. But I'm going to talk mostly about the mobile side of things, and I have some notes on my phone, so I'm going to pull that out so I can read them. But basically, the way I have my pricing set up, I made myself a wedding pricing guide, basically. And what I did is I made this PDF file in Photoshop, and then I had it printed out on 5x7 cards. I don't have any of those with me because I just ordered some new ones. But basically what I do is I give those to all my potential brides, and it has all my information for pricing on it. So basically what I have on here is I have 2 packages, and then at the bottom I have additional products and services. So for my first package, it's recommended for 1 to 75 guests, up to 4 hours. There's a retainer fee, and then there's overtime, which overtime is basically anything over that 4-hour period. I charge X amount of dollars, per hour. And then my next package is 75 guests to 200. Now, basically what this is going to be, like I said, 75 guests to 200 guests, up to 4 hours, and it's also $100 an hour extra. But the difference between the two is the equipment that I bring. So for the basic package, I'm not going to bring subs because I don't really feel like you need subs for a party less than 100 people. I mean, you can get away with just a couple tops and some basic lighting. And then my plus package comes with tops, subwoofer, and intelligent lighting, meaning I'm going to bring my moving heads. And as far as add-ons go, I have additional products and services at the bottom here. And what that is I have my lighting package, which is uplighting, and then I also have additional sound, which what that is if I have to do an additional setup for the wedding ceremony, or say maybe inside the reception hall is where the reception is going to be, but then cocktail hour is out on the patio somewhere. So if I have to do an additional setup for a cocktail hour, I charge a fee for that. Now, I will leave Now, if you have any questions on pricing, if you can private message me on Facebook or Snapchat or Instagram, and I'll answer any pricing questions you have. And I will give you guys dollar amounts, in person like that, but I just don't feel comfortable advertising my exact rates over YouTube, basically. But alright guys, that's pretty much all I have for today. Like I said earlier, any of those new products I got, I'll leave links to all those things down in the description. And as always, please subscribe, please like this video, and click that bell.